Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. I am Farida Samreen from BS Chemistry 3rd semester. I belong to 5th group. Today my topic of presentation is promoting social justice and equality through education in Pakistan. First of all, we see about education. Education is the greatest liberator mankind has ever known and the greatest force for social progress. The role of education is providing equality and social justice is a major preoccupation of individuals who play a central role in deciding what is taught in school, how it is taught and when it is taught. जो रोल ऑफ एजुकेशन है ये हमें प्रोवाइड करता है इक्वलिटी और सोशल जस्टिस इज अ मेजर जो मेजर है अफरा तफरी है इनफरादी तौर पे जिसमें प्ले करता है सेंट्रल रोल डिसाइडिंग में व्हाट इज़ थॉट क्या हमने सीखा स्कूल से कैसे सीखा एंड कब सीखा. The purpose of schooling has become increasingly linked to politician view of what constitutes a fair and just society. Different political ideologies have given rise to different notions of how the state should promote social justice through education. डिफरेंट पॉलिटिकल जो हैं ये अपने डिफरेंट ख्याल देते हैं कि किस तरह एजुकेशन के ज़रिए सोशल जस्टिस को प्रमोट किया जा सकता है. द प्लेसेस दैट स्कूल एक्सपीरियंस टुडे हैज बीन द रिजल्ट of different political view on how best achieve a world class education system. While politicians may agree that education has a key role in promoting social justice, they differ in their view on the best way to achieve. जो पॉलिसीज़ होती हैं स्कूल में वो ये उसमें ये होता है कि किस तरीके से हम एजुकेशन सिस्टम बनाएं जिससे हम सोशल जस्टिस को प्रमोट कर सकें. डिफरेंट लोग डिफरेंट अपने ख्यालात देते हैं. फिर जो उसमें से बेस्ट लगता है कि इस लिहाज से हम एजुकेशन से सोशल जस्टिस को प्रमोट कर सकते हैं उसे अचीव किया जाता है. Despite these different political views of the extent to which the state should or should not enable social justice, the notion of fair society is central to contemporary political policy. Now we discuss about social justice. What is social justice? Social justice generally refer to the idea of creating an egalitarian society. कह रहे कि सोशल जस्टिस ये जो है ये जनरली रिफर करती है आइडिया ऑफ क्रिएटिंग एक माशरे को क्रिएटिंग करने में यानी तमीर करने में और इंस्टीट्यूशन दैट इज बेस्ड ऑन द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ इक्वलिटी एंड सॉलिडिटी that understand and value human right and that recognize the dignity of human being. इसमें ये कह रहा है कि ये जो सोशल जस्टिस है इसमें ये भी आ जाता है कि ऐसा दायरा जिसकी ये असूल हो कि इक्वलिटी हो इसमें यह जस्टी हो अंडरस्टैंडेबल हो और हर ह्यूमन राइट की वैल्यू हो और इसके साथ साथ ये रिकॉग्नाइज किया जाए कि हर ह्यूमन बीइंग की इज्जत व वकार है. कंसीडर द फॉलोइंग डेफिनेशन ऑफ जस्टिस according to David Miller. Justice is the constant and perpetual will to render to this due. Miller and Garner all provide three concepts about social justice. First, the way we treat people has to be consistent. Secondly, this treatment has to be relevant. Finally, it has to be proportionate. The term social justice refers to an approach to the distribution of goods in society which has traditionally been associated with left to center liberal political theory. It implies idea to mutual obligation and a certain legal and institutional monitoring of the distribution of opportunity between citizens such that all given a fair and equal chance to success in life. Within the philosophy of education, theory of social justice have been heavily influenced by the philosopher John Ralla, 1971, whose egalitarian liberalism posited the idea that there should be a balance between two concepts frequently viewed as being in tension: individual freedom and social equality. Principle of justice. Rutenberg and Boki conceptualized three principles of justice: justice as harmony, justice as equity, and last, justice as equality. Justice as harmony. This approach argues that people have different talents and that these different talents, when put together, will strengthen the community as well as society more widely. कह रहे कि इसमें ये है कि पीपल जो है इनमें डिफरेंट टैलेंट होते हैं, हर किसी में एक अलग टैलेंट होता है। जब उन टैलेंट्स को आपस में मिलाया जाता है, उनको आपस में मिलाया जाता है, तो उनकी एक स्ट्रेंथ बन जाती है, जिसमें कम्युनिटी बन जाती है, एक सोसाइटी बन जाती है। एजुकेशन should seek to support these different talents and by doing so will help enable individuals to reach their different potential। करें किस एजुकेशन के ज़रिए डिफरेंट लोगों को डिफरेंट टैलेंट सिखाया जाता है, फिर जो बाद में आपस में उनकी हेल्प करते हैं। जिस तरह एजुकेशन के ज़रिए एक इंसान डॉक्टर बनता है, डॉक्टर भी बनता है तो वो एजुकेशन के ज़रिए बनता है। अगर एक इंसान इंजीनियर बनता है तो वो भी एजुकेशन के ज़रिए बनता है। इस तरह डॉक्टर इंजीनियर वाले की हेल्प कर रहा है और इंजीनियर वाला डॉक्टर की हेल्प करता है। इसी तरह हर एक शख्स दूसरे शख्स की हेल्प करता है। नेक्स्ट आ जाता है जस्टिस एंड इक्विटी। Rawls argues for a liberal egalitarian view of justice, two principles of which there each person has the same indefensible claim to a fully adequate scheme of equal liberties, which scheme is compatible with the scheme of liberties for all. Social and economic equalities are to satisfy two conditions. First, they are to be attached to office and positions open to all under conditions of fair equality of opportunity. Second, they are to be the greatest benefit of the large advantage members of society. The straws hold basic liberties as paramount only when these basic principles are assured in the second principle relevant. This second principle is interesting because it enables inequalities to exist within society as long as first everyone has an equal chance of securing these advantage positions, and that these equalities serve to benefit the most vulnerable in society. Thus, it is acceptable for individual to earn a large amount of money, provided that part of that money is redistributed to the large wealthy through the taxation system. नेक्स्ट आ जाता है जस्टिस एज इक्वलिटी। बोथ जस्टिस एज हार्मनी एंड जस्टिस एज इक्विटी advocate treating people differently. However, with justice as harmony, different and possibility unequal outcomes are accepted the hardworking student deserve more help from the teacher, and it is likely that this will be reflected in higher test score। कह रहे कि जो हार्ड वर्किंग स्टूडेंट होते हैं ये डिज़र्व करते हैं कि टीचर से हमें ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हेल्प मिले, जिसकी वजह से हम ज़्यादा काम सक्सेस कर सकें, ज़्यादा कामयाबी में मिले, ज़्यादा सिक्योर हम ले सकें. With justice as equity, the intention is to equalize an individual opportunity in order to facilitate more equal and arguable fair outcome. Here, the less able student receive more help from teacher in order to bring their test score up to a similar level to their peers. इसमें ये कह रहा है कि अगर देखें हम इक्विटी के लिहाज से तो कुछ स्टूडेंट होते हैं कि वो जो थोड़ा सा टीचर एक्सप्लेन करे तो उन्हें समझ आ जाती है, लेकिन कुछ ऐसे स्टूडेंट होते हैं जो चाहते हैं कि हमें ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा एक्सप्लेन किया जाए हमें, ताकि अच्छे से समझ आ सके. अगर टीचर एक ही लिहाज से कि बच्चे बस ये लाइक हैं, समझ आ जाएगी इन्हें, जल्दी वो थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लेन कर दे, लेकिन कुछ स्टूडेंट ऐसे होते हैं अंदर जिन्हें जल्दी समझ ना आए, तो वो स्टूडेंट फिर इस तरह पीछे रह जाते हैं. One further principle of justice as equality, take a slightly different approach. This argues although people are not the same, they are equally deserving. So equal treatment is essential even if the eventual outcome are themselves unequal. However, there are powerful arguments against the principle of equality of opportunity. Central for most people is the belief that people are different and should therefore not be treated in the same way either because they deserve or needed to be treated differently. Another view is that treating everyone the same will simply lead to mediocrity. Mediocrity, where the best will not be able to excel and the weakest will struggle, or as Edvard Burke famously wrote, those who attempt to level never equalize. Next, summary of different principle of justice. Justice as harmony, different type of treatments हैं इसके, तो डिफरेंट ही ये आउटकम देंगी. सेकेंड है डिफरेंट जस्टिस एज इक्विटी, इसकी भी डिफरेंट ट्रीटमेंट है, तो लेकिन ये आउटकम हमें सिमिलर ही देगी. जस्टिस एज इक्वलिटी, सिमिलर ट्रीटमेंट करें तो ये डिफरेंट आउटकम देगी. नेक्स्ट, पोटेंशियली फंक्शन ऑफ स्कूलिंग. One widely held view among contemporary philosophers of education is that the central purpose of education is to promote human flourishing. In advancing his perspective, Brighouse argues that schools should orient themselves to the needs of the children who will have to deal with economy and not to the need of the economy itself. He goes on the suggest for function of schooling, which should enable children to become autonomous, self-governance, and become economically self-relevant, led flourishing lives, became responsible, deliberate citizens who are capable of accepting the demand of justice and abiding by the norm of reciprocity. The view that education has a key role in encouraging children to flourishing place greater emphasis on the role of schooling is helping shape the next generation of socially and morally responsible citizen that is currently apparent in our education system. I hope you will understand everything. If you have any query, you are always welcome.